Is your vehicle or steering wheel wandering while backing out of the driveway or parking lot? Or is your vehicle or steering wheel wandering while driving down the road? Then you probably have one or more control arms that's bad on your vehicle. Now this particular vehicle I have here is a 2009 Pontiac Vibe, and it has a 2.4 liter engine. This Vibe is the GT model. It's the front wheel drive model, and there's some issues with this vehicle. The steering wheel, it turns all by itself as I'm backing out of the driveway, and sometimes the vehicle has a little bit of steering wander while I'm driving straight down the road. So today I'm just going to show you on what's causing that problem. So I'm reversing the vehicle now. I'm letting go of the brake. And now I'm not touching the steering wheel, and the steering wheel turns by itself to the right, and I feel a little bit of looseness here. Usually when I'm backing out from the driveway. So I'm not exactly sure what's wrong with this car, but I'm suspecting that there's a possibility that the lower control arms could be the issue. They could be damaged somehow, but you may not be able to see the actual damage. But I can see that the control arms are badly rusted and rotted. So now I'm underneath the vehicle. I already had a look at everything here. I already had a look at the ball joints, the struts and everything. I already checked the entire suspension of this vehicle, and I could not find everything. But every once in a while driving or slowly backing out or driving at slower speeds, I'm hearing a clunking or a creaking noise every once in a while. And so now I'm suspecting that the lower control arms are bad, because I found that the bushings here, the ones that look like a hockey puck, they're badly worn out, and there are some tears in the rubber, in the bushing in the back here. So I just had a brief look at the control arm here. I was initially suspecting that there could be some breakage in the metal due to the rust here. I found like some rust, but it's not bad enough that it's affecting the structural integrity of the control arm itself. It seems like that the bushings are worn out, and I pried against the conical type bushing that's here. There's only two bushings on this, the one in the back that looks like a hockey puck, and the one here on the side that looks like the conical type bushing, and then it's connected to the lower ball joint here. I didn't find anything obvious or loose, but I'm going to show you later in this video that on what I found with these control arms on both sides. So I'm hoping that's going to fix the issue, because I've had this problem for a very long time, but I just never had the chance to get down to it. So we're just having a look at the welds and stuff, trying to see that there's no holes or any breakage on the control arm itself. and I was just using like a rubber mallet just to lightly hit the control arm, see if there's anything that's broken inside there, because there are some stuff you may not be able to see. So I just had a quick look at the metal itself, make sure there's no like any like no holes or anything that's obvious or broken. And then after I checked the bushings in the back here, I used my bore scope camera to give you guys a better look at the bushings. I'm going to show that clip very soon. This is the driver's side here. It's very hard to see on camera. There are some cracks in the rubber here. And the other side is just the same. Is roughly the same. So you can see how it's rusted a bit at the bottom here, but it's not a substantial amount in which is going to affect the metal and the structural integrity of the control arm itself. And sometimes you may not know if there's an issue with it aside from the bushings, like if the control arm is bent or something, because there are sometimes you can't visually see that, and sometimes that could cause problems too. So over here, we are having a look at the driver's side control arm bushing. As you can see here, there are a bunch of small cracks here. I'm not too concerned about those. I'm more concerned about the giant tear over here at the very end here. And I'm prying up and down with the pry bar, and so you can see the giant tear that's running through the control arm here. If you have a look at that giant tear on the control arm bushing, that is an area of a concern. And here is another view of it here. I was using the bore scope camera, so the camera is shaking quite a bit because I had to pry down on the control arm as I'm holding the camera, and so this is a big concern because there's a big tear inside the rubber, and that's going to cause all kinds of problems with the handling of the vehicle, and so this would need to be replaced as soon as possible. The vehicle is still drivable otherwise, but it's something that needs to be done as soon as possible. So now I'm just showing you another view of the bushing, and now on this side, this is the passenger side. There are some cracks, and I see one small tear that's on the edge there on the upper right corner. You can see a small tear just on the outside, and I'm just trying to get a better view here. You can see some cracks. You can see a bunch of cracks here. That's not too much of a big deal, but you'll see later there's a big a tear or cut in the control arm for the passenger side now. So as you can see here, there's also a tear or a cut on the end of the bushing here. It's just almost similar to the driver's side here. So once again, I'm prying up and down on the bushing just to show you guys on the severity of the tear and the cracks here. You can see it's moving excessively. That's it for today. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please don't forget to give it a like, and please consider subscribing to my channel if you're not already a subscriber, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good day and take care. Now, I stated earlier that the control arms are causing the steering wander, but I just wanted to let you guys know that a bunch of other things can cause steering wander, and not just control arms, but also other things such as the steering rack, the rack and pinion, also called the steering gear, inner and outer tie rods, also a low tire pressure on one side can cause that as well, and mismatched tires, bad wheel bearings, and I already mentioned control arms and control arm bushings, and there's a few other things as well that can cause steering wander, but I'm just going to leave it at that for now. Please stay tuned for part 2. I will be doing the repairs sometime in the next week if there's time, and I will be replacing both sides, lower control arms, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good day and take care.